Family Church, and we are delighted to have you with us this evening. In case you laugh really, really hard, if you're a guest here and you've not been in our building before, the restrooms are that way. Absolutely. And in the spirit of Christmas, I just wanted to say, when we sing the first Noel, I have one question for you. If there's Noel, then how do you spell it? That's all I got. That's all I got. It's a good thing, right? So it is my pleasure to host this event here tonight and to introduce you a dear friend of mine. We were just talking through it earlier this evening, reminiscing about a few different lifetimes that we've lived in the last 30 years that we've known each other, coming up this next year. Tim DeTellis from New Missions. Come on, Tim.
Put your hands together for Mark Goff. Man, if you all haven't been here on a Sunday to hear him sing, please come back. He's super talented, gifted, anointed, and thankful for him and our friendship. Those of you that are coming in right now, we're glad you're here. On Sunday, the pastor's message will be on punctuality. We're really glad you're here. Welcome to the church. We're glad you're here. That's awesome. Congratulations. Thank you for coming. It's a free event, but the tickets are $20,000. You can pay Mark. That's it. It's okay, sir. Yeah. You're in the VIP section there in the back, aren't you? That's great. Good to see you. Welcome. How y'all doing back there? It's good. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Glad you're here. Z88 is here tonight. Put your hands together for Z88. Yes. Come on. Here we go. We're going to give away some bumper stickers to see. Woo! Look at that. I must play for the Miami Dolphins. There you go. Good. You can run and grab those kids. Come on down front. You can grab them. They won't hurt you. No? Okay. It's very embarrassing. No, seriously, come on down. There you go. That's great. Well, yeah, good job. Oh, look at you. But go to the Z88 table. They have pens. They have bumper stickers. They have some sign-ups for some giveaways. Actually, they have a wonderful giveaway to a show here in town called Wonderworks. As a matter of fact, our first performer has performed there. And we have a great lineup tonight of comedy, and I'm so glad that you're here. Y'all doing okay? You okay over here? Are those the seats you always sit in? It's awesome. Do you have a stiff neck? Is it just... Interesting, because I have one looking at you. It's kind of interesting. But a little bit about myself. It's good to be here. I'm the youngest of 8, and I'm the tallest. Yeah, I'll ever be. Yeah. And I don't know if this happened to you, but I grew up in an old school family. My father's favorite method of discipline was the belt. Anybody? The belt? Okay, awesome. Fabulous. And my mother's favorite method of discipline was actually pulling my hair. It's good, yeah. That's right. Yeah, obviously she's still living. Yeah, she's still living. And I'm still disobedient. Okay, there it is. Sir, right there, 4th row back. There you go. Did you have an Italian mom? Looks good. Your hair, it looks good. Yep. Yeah, I know. He's looking around like, not me. Nope, not me. Awesome. Any homeschoolers here tonight? Homeschoolers? Anyone homeschooled? Awesome. Homeschoolers. I failed. Yeah, I failed homeschool. My parents were missionaries. They took me to Haiti. They got me a substitute teacher. His name was Jean-Pierre Francois Louis Bertrand. He told me I could call him Larry. Yeah. So I still do not know how to do math, and I'm still learning English, obviously. Brings a lot of anxiety learning English. Like, I can't pronounce the word comprehension. It's comprehension, really difficult, really difficult. Anyways, that's a little bit about where I'm from. I live in a town that's really a drive-through city. It's called Eustis, Florida. And, wow, you've been there. Excellent. We pronounce it useless. Okay. Have you ever been to a drive-through city? Anyone ever been to Gotha? Anyone? Okay, awesome. Yeah, so Orlando, though, we're in Windermere. This is the Mecca. This is awesome. You know, you guys have theme parks, outlet malls. You get $45 a day parking. You know, it's unbelievable. But where I come from in Eustis, like if you go to downtown Eustis, there's technically one-way streets pointing in the opposite direction of our town. And a friend was calling me and asked, hey, what are we known for? I said, we're known for abandoned banks. That's what we're known for in Eustis. That's right. Downtown, you can walk 1 square mile. All the banks are closed. And I don't know how we did it, but we actually caused an ice cream shop to go bankrupt. Yeah. But what's worse, and this is fact, we have more Mexican restaurants in Eustis than Dollar Generals. Yeah, I know. I don't know how they did that because I've only seen 2.5 Mexicans in town. I don't know how they did it. But we have a great show for you tonight. I'm going to bring out our first comedian, and he has actually been on tour with the Pro Kids show. He's also been a writer and a performer. I want you to make welcome the one and only Mr. Scott Humston.
Awesome. Hey, how are you? Good? Everybody good? I'm going to get my stuff situated. Welcome. Glad that you're here. I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, I wonder if he's going to be any good. Right? Be honest. It's okay. I was back there thinking the same thing about you. Actually, my name is Scott. Welcome tonight. I'm so glad that you're here. Pardon me, I feel great, but this congestion came on. I can't figure it out other than why it's 30 degrees one night and 80 degrees the next day, right? So we all know what that's like. I live in a little town right near Eustis, right there, called Mount Dora. Have you heard of it? Mount Dora, the antique capital of Florida, and not because of the people that live there. That's called the Villages. But anyhow, I'm so glad that you're here tonight. My name is Scott. Again, I'm the family and connection pastor at First Baptist Mount Dora. And so it's a great church. I've lived in Mount Dora 26 years, been on staff there for about 5 years. I toured before that for 30 years full-time. That's what I did. And then something happened in 2020 that changed a lot of performers' lives, and God was calling me in a different direction at that point. So my wife, Debbie, and I, we have 4 amazing kids. I'll tell you more about them in a little bit. But I thought I do magic tricks. But let me say this. Magicians do tricks. God does miracles. There's a big difference, okay? In fact, when I say magicians do tricks, you say, but God does miracles. Let's try it. Magicians do tricks, but God does miracles. And he still does miracles today. Some of us, right, we just need to pay a little closer attention sometimes to the things that he's got planned for us. I thought I would show you a magic trick, yes? That I did when I was a kid. I'm a native Floridian. Any native Floridians here? A few of us, yes, yeah. My wife on her side is like 6th generation Floridian. I was born in Hernando County. You know where that is? North of Tampa. My wife was born in Brevard County, Titusville. Our oldest was born in Lake County, where we live. Our second oldest was born in Volusia County. Our third oldest was born in Orange County. Our fourth was born in Seminole County. We lived in the same house the entire time. It's true. It's not a joke. My wife is just very picky. She's like, I'm not going back to that doctor. So that's what happened. And so we cover the entire Central Florida area, right? Other than Polk County, which nobody really wants to be born there. So that's where I grew up. I grew up in Lakeland for the most part. But I was a kid. I was about 12 years old. It was outside at a campground. And there were about, oh my goodness, 40 or 50 people there. They were sitting on folding chairs, eating little triangle sandwiches. Remember those? Munching on popcorn, drinking Coca-Cola. I showed them this trick with 5 cards. I'm going to show it to you. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. That was it. That was it, sir. That was it. 5 cards. I took 1 card out of my little 12-year-old hands. I threw it down. I snapped my fingers. I still had 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cards. The audience was so overwhelmed, like many of you right now. They immediately threw their fists in the air with wild abandonment and said, wow, Scott, that's amazing. Thank you. That was a little slow, though. It was a little slow. Dad, I got nothing from you, nothing. And you're in the VIP section. So we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. You know what to do, right? You know what to do, right? We know what to do. All right, let's do it. Let's do it again, people. We'll just start over. This is one of the very first tricks I ever did and one of my very first shows. It was here in sunny Florida where I grew up for the most part. I must have been about 6 years old. And there were about 125 people there, and they were sitting on folding chairs, eating little triangle sandwiches. Remember those? Munching on popcorn, drinking Coca-Cola. I showed them a trick with 5 cards. I'm going to show it to you. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. That was it, sir. That was it. 5 cards. I took 1, 2 cards out of my 6-year-old hands, snapped my fingers. I still had 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cards. And everybody said, you have potential. Rushed it a little bit, sir. Rushed it a little bit. We can do it again. We got it. We can do it together. Come on. We can do it, right, people? Let's do it again. We'll do it again till we get it right. Let's stay together. Let's stay together. We'll do it again. We'll do it again. This is one of the very first tricks I ever did. And one of my very first shows. It was here in sunny Florida where I grew up for the most part. I must have been about 3 years old. And there were about 500 people there, and they were sitting on triangle sandwiches eating folding chairs. And I showed them this trick with 5 cards. I'm going to show it to you. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. That was it, sir. That was it. 5 cards. I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards out of my 3-year-old hands. Snapped my fingers. I still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards left. And everybody said, now you can clap really loud if you liked it. There you go. Nicely done. Oh, I made a mess. Oh, let's do this. Sometimes people say, well, how do magicians do tricks? I'll show you how we do them. We use something called sleight of hand. What's it called? Sleight of hand. In fact, I'll use a visual. Sleight of hand. When I hold up the little rope, you say sleight of hand. Let's try it. Sleight of hand. Perfect. And we also use something called misdirection. What's number 2? Misdirection. The long rope will be misdirection. Misdirection. That's when the magician does something over here, and everybody watches, and he does something sneaky over here, and nobody sees. He misdirects your attention. By the way, magicians, we did not invent misdirection. I believe that was a politician. So, that usually gets an amen. Number 1 is what? No, sleight of hand. We're going to have to start over, aren't we? Sleight of hand. Misdirection. The third thing is something called optical illusion. What's number 3? Optical illusion. That's when something looks one way, but in reality it's totally different, right? An illusion of our eyes. Your paycheck before taxes. It's an optical illusion. Those 3 things work together synergistically. Synergism. That's a $3 word. How are you, sir? Give it a good pull. Give it a good pull. Give it a good pull. Awesome. Come over here. Suddenly everybody freezes up. Give it a good pull. Awesome. Number 1 is what? Number 2 is what? Very good, class. Number 3 is what? Optical illusion. I'll try to do it as slow as I possibly can. We're going to bring the ends of the long rope up to the ends of the short rope. Using sleight of hand, misdirection, and optical illusion. On the count of 3, you say go. 1, 2, 3. Go. 2 equal ropes. And everybody said, wow, Scott, that's amazing. We're going to tie these 2 ropes together with a knot. That's the best way to tie things is with a knot. What's your name, sir? Rob. What is a knot, not a knot? I was asking Rob, Mom, but that's all right. When it's not, Rob, that's a slip knot. Did you see it? It can slip right down here. Hold your applause. Oh, you were. It can slip right down here. It can slip all the way off the rope. Now you can clap really loud. Come on. That's knot number 1. We'll go for knot number 2. We'll go for knot number 2. Knot number 2. I would clap for that myself, but my hands are full. We got to get that loop back on that rope. To do that, I need your help. On the count of 3, you say go. 1, 2, 3. That's a little sleight of hand, misdirection in 3 years of my life. And everybody said, but you can clap really loud if you liked it. Yep. Yeah. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, a card trick. Can you imagine the whole deck? Oh, my goodness. What's your name, Mom? Janetta. That is correct. Janetta, name a card, any playing card, name it, go. 2 of spades, wrong. King of clubs, okay. Someday it's going to be a great trick. Janetta, I thought it'd be really fun to teach everybody how to do a magic trick. Since we have kids here tonight, I'll teach a magic trick that you can do at home. Is that a deal, people? Is that a deal? Yes, so here's the deal. I will show you the way it's supposed to be done. When we're all finished, I'll take a little bow like this. When I take my little bow like this, give me lots of applause. And wow, Scott, that's amazing. I'll teach you how to do the trick. Deal? Okay, now I'll show you there's nothing up my sleeve except my little arm, which was a birthday present from my mama. Let's see, here I need to get out my little magic set. Here it is right here. It is Scott Humston's, there it is, Scott Humston's first magic set. Isn't that cute? See, it says Scott, everybody, Scott Humston's first magic set. It says the same thing, Rob. It says the same thing on the other side. See, it says the same thing. Same thing on the other side. I think we got everything we need in here. Let's see. No, I don't want to do that. Oh, we'll do this. The mystery of the red handkerchief trick. Watch closely, please. I'll make a fist with my left hand. I will take the red handkerchief. I will poke it inside the top of my left fist. Watch closely. At no time will my fingers leave my hands. Here we go. The red handkerchief goes all the way inside the top of my left fist, making sure it doesn't come out the bottom. On the count of 3, you say go. 1, 2, 3, go. The red handkerchief is gone. I'll check. Yep, it's gone. Go home. You think it's in here? No, that's the egg. The handkerchief is over here in the box where we started. You can clap really loud. Come on, people. There we go. There you go. Everybody said Amazon. I hate autocorrect. Now, would you like to learn how to do this? I'll teach you how to do it. Raise your left hand. You have to take the pledge. Raise your left hand. Your other left. Good. Repeat after me. I state your name. You Windermere people. Promise not to tell the secret of Pastor Scott. Polished, perfect, pro kids, professional prestidigitation. And I promise not to repeat what others tell me to say. Good, you can put your hands down. In order to do this, you need to go to my favorite magic shop. It's called Hobby Lobby. Have you been there? It's a magical place, right, ladies? Christmas stuff comes out in August. And you need to buy one of these. It's not a real egg. Rob, it's a plastic egg laid by a rubber chicken. Took that plastic egg and cut a hole in the back of it. Oh, some of you still don't understand. Let me explain. That is handkerchief number uno. This is handkerchief number 2. So, you need 2 handkerchiefs to do this. What's your name, sir? Eric? First name Eric? It's a military thing, or? Yeah. Eric, 2 handkerchiefs, make sure they're the same color. If they're not, it's a stinky trick, Eric, okay? So we're going to put handkerchief number 2 out of sight. You can use a box, a bag, a hat, whatever you got at home. This is handkerchief number 1. Plastic egg goes in there along with handkerchief number 1. So what you do is when you reach inside to pull out handkerchief number 1, you hide the plastic egg in your hand like this. This is called hiding it in your hand. Keep your hand in a natural position. See what I mean? And you wave the red handkerchief in there. That's called misdirection. Yeah, remember? And you bring the handkerchief in front. You show this hand empty suddenly, and then you move the plastic egg to that side, and then you show this hand empty. Now all you have to do is push the handkerchief. It looks like it's going in your fist, but it's really going in the egg. So you didn't know I had an egg in my hand, did you? Did you see it over there, sir? Okay, well, that's pretty good. So you just tuck and roll, tuck and roll, tuck and not stop, drop, and roll. That's what you do if you're on fire. I learned that in the 2nd grade. Goes all the way inside. Once it's all the way inside, snap your fingers like that, make a magical misdirection, show the egg like that. Reach in the bag, the box, the hat, whatever you got. Pull out handkerchief number 2 as if it's handkerchief number 1, and the applause is amazing. Now, here's the deal, people. Thank you for that sudden burst of indifference. Hold the egg like this, not like that. You got it? Got it, Rob? This is magic. This is comedy. Got it? Comedy, magic, magic, comedy. Sometimes people are sitting on the sides, right? Sitting on the sides, and they see the handkerchief poking out of the egg. If that happens, you have to be magical and tricky. Right? Eric knows how easy it is to be magical and tricky. You can snap your fingers and peel the hole off the egg. No, he didn't. Don't take your eyes off the hollow wooden egg. Because if you peel a hole off an egg, you make a real egg. And everybody said, wow, Scott, that's amazing. But you can clap really loud if you liked it. Come on, people. That was fun. The yoke's on me. Oh, time for a little mind reading. Need a little mind to read. Little mind to read. Explains everything. There's a chicken loose. What's your name, my dear? Judy. That is correct. 2 for 2. Judy, where are you from?
West Virginia.
West Virginia? All the way from West Virginia? I'll speak slower. Okay, here we go. I'm messing with you, Judy. West Virginia is a beautiful place. Judy, clear your mind. That was fast. Okay. Judy, here's what's going to happen, okay? I have a dry erase board back here. I'm going to write. You're going to think of an image, like a picture from a movie or a book or a television show. An image that doesn't change. In other words, like a static image. Does that make sense? And you're going to send me your thoughts. I'm going to draw. I'm going to do what you're thinking of right on the board. It's going to be. You ready, Judy? Tell me when you got something in mind. You got it? Send me your thoughts now, Judy. That's it. Good. Yep. Getting an image, Judy. Oh, hang on. I need a new marker. New marker. I'm getting an image. Keep sending it, Judy. Keep sending it. I'm getting an image of a man, Judy. It's no ordinary man, is it? No, it's not, Judy. It's like half man, half goat. Like Mr. Tumnus from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. He's got goat legs and a goatee. A goat. He's standing in front of a porch. There's a lady on the porch. She's in a rocking chair. She's rocking back and forth, isn't she, Judy? And she's going back and forth, and she's like waving her finger like, you better not stay out late tonight, Rob. So, that is the image I'm getting. Is that what you're thinking, yes or no? No, you're absolutely right. No. High five, high five, high five, high five, high five. Wow, Scott, that's amazing. Listen, if I had turned it around and said what Judy was thinking, you guys would have left the room. You're like, he's psychic. I'm not psychic. Trust me, I don't even know what I'm thinking most days. However, Judy, do you believe in coincidence? No. Oh, that's funny. I was thinking the same thing. Now, Judy, that's a good joke right there, people. I'm going to stand back here, Judy. I'm going to write 3 digits, okay? 3 digits. I want you to think of 3 digits. Are you ready, Judy? I don't want you to see what I'm writing. Don't tell anybody. Don't look at people. Okay. Judy, how you got 3 digits in your mind? I got it. Judy, are you thinking of the number 486? 486. I thought we had something. What 3 digits were you thinking of? 723? Not 486? 723? $723. $45. Daytona Magic Shop. Tell them I sent you. Judy, for real, Judy. Let me get a clean board. Judy, I'm gonna write something right here, a number. Judy, put this number right over here. Judy, do you have a phone on you? A phone. Do you know how to use it? You do. Would you take it out? In fact, everybody take out your phones. You can do this with me and Judy. Go ahead. Take out your phones. Go ahead, people. It's all right. You're on them anyway. So, open your calculator. It looks something like this. If you've updated, if you have an Android, I can't help you. This is an iPhone. I don't know how the others work. Judy, we need to get some 3-digit numbers. Apparently my first thing didn't work right. So, Miss Judy, do you attend church here?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. It's an awesome church, beautiful church. Would you point to somebody in the room that you don't know? A grown-up somebody, Judy. Go for distance. Make the show look bigger. Take your time, but hurry up. Over there. Can you be more vague? Where are we going? Right here? Gentleman in the glasses in the gray. That's, yeah, right here? Wave your hand, Terry. What's your name? Is it Terry? Terry and I know each other, so people are going to think that we set this up. So point to somebody else, Judy. Oh, same over there. All right, Judy, you can help me out. Is this a male or female? Male. Beard, no beard? Beard right there? Flower shirt? Good. I'm coming in here. Watch out. Excuse me. I'm coming in. Watch out. Here we go. You're working during the show?
I'm not doing anything.
What are you working on during the show?
A letter of recommendation.
For me? Thank you. I haven't even finished the show yet. What's your name?
Herbert.
Is it Herbert?
Yes.
That's a good name. Herbert, I need a 3-digit number. How much is my car payment? It's 3 digits. Don't tell Dave Ramsey. We don't need to go there. You don't have to be right. Just be reasonable. You can talk about, give me 3 digits. Like, how much is my car payment?
$450.
$450. You want to make it even $450 or a little different?
$456.
Ooh, $456. Everybody put 4, 5, 6 in your phone and hit plus. Herbert, point to somebody in the room. Go for distance, Herbert. Let's get a grown up. Excuse me, my dear. Thank you. Who are you going to get, Herbert? Gentleman in the blue checkered shirt on the front row, the one that was corralling the little one a moment ago, doing his best. You had your hands full, sir.
I did.
What's your name?
John.
John. John, how much did I pay for the coat I'm wearing? It's 3 digits. Don't tell my wife. Don't need to go there, okay? How much did I pay for the coat I'm wearing?
$100.
Even?
Yes.
Perfectly even. It's up to you.
Yes.
Okay, everybody put 100. All right, hit plus. All right, are we good so far? We need 3 digits because in a minute you're going to think there's some way I influence people. There's 3 digits that we didn't even think we're going to think about. What's your name again? Is it Jeanette? Jeanette, reach up and just touch number. Don't look. We'll just do random. So that's 5. Do one more. 5. That's weird. Try another one. 0. Okay. So 456 plus 100 plus 550. Yes? Hit equal. What do we have? Class? There'll be a test afterwards. 1106. Did everybody get that? 1106. Yes? Yes? If on that board right there, before we started, I wrote 1,106, would you clap? Would you clap wildly? Would you throw money? Would you stand up and cheer? Come on, we can do it. Drum roll. Ladies and gentlemen, I got it wrong. Thank you. It's all Herbert's fault. What was it? 1106? Come on, 1106. And everybody said, wow, Scott, that's amazing. Come on, clap loud for my helpers. Nicely done. What? Speaking of that, let's find a couple kids to help us. We got a lot of kids here tonight. We need some kids on stage to help us with something. A couple kids that don't mind coming up on stage. Oh my goodness, I know you want to come on stage. Come on, Sweet Pea. Number 1, I need a young man to help her out. Any young men in the front row? You want to help her out? No, nobody. All right, nobody. All right. This one will go. Come on, big man. Come on. Somebody, come on. We're not going to force them. All right, we'll get another friend to help us. How about a young lady? We got any young ladies that want to help? All right. That's weird. Okay, good. What's your name? Evelyn. Come on, Evelyn. Is your dad here? Is your mama here? Where's mama? Oh, mama's got her hands full. We'll have Eric help us. Come on, Eric. Clap loud for Eric. Give Eric a big hand as he comes up here. Come on, Evelyn. Come on, Eric. We'll do it. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Later, those boys are going to go, I wish I'd gone up there. Like, nope, too late. Now, Eric, what's your name? Good. Now, Evelyn, right here. We're doing a card trick. Evelyn, you like card tricks? Say yes. Good. We're doing a card trick, Eric. Love card tricks. I got a big deck of cards back here. Big deck of cards. They're right here. And before, let me see where I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it right. Let me move this right over here. Hang on a minute. Watch that egg. We're going to put that right here. We're going to put a card. I got all kinds of stuff going on. We're going to put a card right here, right there. Perfect. Excellent. You got it right there. Keep one eye on that card. Can you all see it over there a little bit? Okay, keep one eye. Hello. This is not a rock concert. Have a seat. Good. Now, what's your name? I'm messing with her. Come here. She can come here. I'm teasing with her. Come on. Come on, sweet pea. Come on. Come on. What's your name, Evelyn? Yes. Eric? What's her name? Mia. Mia, come on, Mia. I was teasing with you. Come on, Mia. Whenever you're ready, Mia. Here's what's going to happen, Eric. Oh, they're clapping for you, Mia. Before we started, Mia, I said to Eric, cut the card. He cut my cards. Sorry. Don't cut them that way, Eric. He cut my cards. Tim, he cut my cards. Must have got a Ginsu knife. It's okay. Now, Eric, here's what's going to happen. That's your half. Okay. This is your half. Are you ready, Mia? Whenever you're ready. Here we go. Fan out the cards like this. This is fanning cards. Evelyn, you're going to touch a card. Anyone you want. Fanning cards. Fanning cards. Fanning cards. Eric, what do you do?
Northrop Grumman. I work for Northrop.
Oh, you work for Northrop Grumman. I can't say it. Okay. Hold out your finger for me. Touch any card. She can pick any one, and then it's going to be your turn. Okay. You're just going to put your finger on the back of any one. Whenever you're ready, you're just going to touch one. And then Eric's going to pick one, okay? Evelyn, can you hurry up, please? All right. Just take your time. Just put your finger on the back of anyone. Touch one!
This one.
Can you put your finger on this side? Are you homeschooled? Okay. That's all right. I was homeschooled. That's right. My kids are homeschooled. You know what you call a homeschool mom that talks to herself? Yeah, parent-teacher conference. Okay. Is that the one you want? Keep your finger on it. Is that the one you want? Oh, take it, look at it, and then hug it like a bear. Don't let us see it. It's important we don't see it. That one right there, been there the whole time. Eric, in a few minutes, it's going to be the same one you guys picked. It's going to be good. You ready? I won't touch it. Eric, are you ready? What do you do at North Grumman?
It's an aerospace company.
Yes, it's an aerospace company. You build rockets.
No.
No? Build machines that build rockets?
No. I do a lot of classified work. So.
Do you classified work? Yes. What does that mean? You can't tell me. Never mind. Now. Fanny card. Eric, you have to pick the other half of her card. Do you understand? So you're pretty smart in the classified work. Yeah. So you can do this.
Yes.
When I was a young man, I worked at the orange juice factory. Similar work. They beat the pulp out of me. Eric, they put the squeeze on me. I said, why are you getting rid of me? They said, son, you just can't concentrate. Eric, concentrate. Touch the same card that she picked. You can do it. They're all different on the front. They're all the same on the back. Better than my pop, though. My dad said, Scotty, you better get a job at the mattress factory. I'm like, Pop, why should I work at a mattress factory? He said, you need something to fall back on. Eric, touch a card. Is that the one you want? Yes. We'll move it to the top. You got like 3. Okay, just take one. There you go. Don't let me see it. Hug it like a bear. Ladies and gentlemen, in a moment, we're going to turn over our cards. We've chosen the exact same card from 2 different halves of the deck, expertly cut in half by Eric earlier. They'll match that one that's been there the whole time in front of the egg, and everybody will shout spontaneously in unison at the same time. Come on, this is going to be good. Mia, it's going to be great, Mia. Are you ready? Are you ready? Turn over your card and hold it up high. Show it to everybody. It is half of the jack of diamonds. Go for it, Eric. Eric picked the other half of... rocket scientist. I should have had Mia stay up here and you should have sat down. No. What happened? Wait! They match perfectly. On the back. This is a free show. It's free. F-R-E-E. This is not good. Here, hold on. It's not good. Where did Tim go? Tim, go start the car. There we go. Evelyn, can you come stand right here for me? Right on top of that trap door. Right there. It's for the pastor. Don't worry about it. You okay? All right. Can I see that one? Can I see this hand? Can you hold on to the card like that? Perfect. Yeah. How old are you? 6 and a half. That half is very important. Until you're 29. Upstage hand. Come together. Good night. Mia, can you come help me with this? No? Okay. Let's see which half we got right. What do you think, Eric? Yeah. Come on. And everybody said, wow, Eric, Evelyn, that's amazing. Clap loud for them. Give them a big round of applause. Fist bump. Fist bump. Hey, give it up for them, would you please? They did a great job. Nicely done. That was super fun. Got a little song for Eric. Eric, come back up on stage. Clap loud for Eric. He's coming back up. And let's hear it for Rob. Come on, Rob. And Pastor Mark, come on. Clap loud for Pastor Mark. How you doing, Pastor Mark? We're going to put you over there on the end, right over there. You're good. You're good. Right over there next to Eric. Right over there. How you doing, Rob?
Great.
Good, good. Other side. There you go. Good, good. Eric, right over here. Good, good, good. Stand back a little bit. Then over here. There you go. Good, good. Perfect. You got kids?
I do.
He said the Backstreet Boys. Did you hear? There's more to that story than you know, some of you.
Yes, there is.
You got kids?
I do.
How many you got?
2.
2? What are their names?
Parker and Tyler.
Parker and Tyler. Are any of them here tonight?
No.
Okay. Eric, we got kids, right? You got kids? 3?
Yep. 2, Logan and Mia. Right
Logan and Mia. Awesome. 2 and 2. It's up to you, Rob. 4. That's my man. What are their names, though? That's the hard part.
Lizzie, Clara, Robbie, and James.
Slow down, Mr. Duggar. Lizzie,
Lizzie,
Clara,
Robbie,
Robbie,
James.
and James. Awesome. I got 4 too. I know what it's like. 4 kids, 1 of each. Fantastic. Now, strange world. Yeah, 4 kids. My wife Debbie and I have been married for 31 years. If she ever leaves me, I'm going with her. I'm glad we had a lot of kids. You have a lot of kids? 4 is a good number. 2 is a great number. I'm glad we had a lot of kids because when I was a kid, I was an only child, which really annoyed my 2 older sisters. But these dads are up here tonight, and I thought, since I have never been to this campus of Family Church, I thought it'd be really fun since it's Family Church, Pastor Mark, I thought it'd be very fun to have a little dad test. Is that a good idea? Yeah. Is that a good idea? It's real easy. Real easy. Now I'm going to teach you how to pass the test. Real easy. I'm going to look at you. You're going to start it out, Rob. I'm going to say, Rob, when I came to Family Church, I got a yo-yo. And you're going to respond to me, a what? A what? A what? A what? Perfect. And I will respond to you, a yo-yo. You got it? Yeah, that's it. I'll say a yo-yo back. That's it. Yeah. And then you'll turn to Eric. You say, Eric, when I came to Family Church, I got a yo-yo. You'll say a what? A what? Yeah, and you'll say a yo-yo. That's it. And then you look at Pastor Mark. Pastor Mark, when I came to Family Church, I got a yo-yo. You'll say a what? A what? You'll say a yo-yo. Perfect. And then Pastor Mark, you'll say, Scott, when I came to Family Church, I got a yo-yo. I'll say a what? You say a yo-yo. You got it? You got it? You got it? Sure. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Practice test. Practice test. Practice test. Rob, when I came to Family Church, I got a yo-yo. What? A yo-yo. Pass it down.
When I came to Family Church, I got a yo-yo.
A what?
A yo-yo.
Perfect.
When I came to Family Church, I got a yo-yo. What?
Excellent.
Scott, when I came to Family Church, I got a yo-yo.
A what?
A yo-yo.
They didn't give him a hand. Nicely done, gentlemen. Stay right there. Stay right there. Nicely done, nicely done, nicely done. Nicely. Stay right. Don't move. Don't move. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Take a bow. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Take a bow, gentlemen. I think we should do it again, but this time let's show them the yo-yo so they know what we're talking about. Rob, when I came to Family Church, I got a yo-yo. You know, a yo-yo. Pass it down.
Hey, when I came to Family Church, I got a yo-yo.
A what?
A yo-yo.
Ooh, he's walking the dog.
Family Church, I got a yo-yo.
A what?
A yo-yo. Sorry, I don't know any. Sorry.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, just a minute, Eric dropped his yo-yo.
He dropped his yo-yo. You got to get your yo-yo. There you go.
Here, we'll
Yo-yo,
do.
baby.
There you go.
Keep yo-yoing, Eric. You can do it.
There you go.
You got it. He's rocking the cradle. Hey,
Hey, Scott.
hey.
When I first came to Family Church, I got a yo-yo.
You got a what?
A yo-yo.
Hey, look. Bunch of yo-yos. I'm sorry, that was a cheap shot. Keep yo-yoing. Should we make it harder? Should we make it harder? Rob, when I came to Family Church, I got a drum. You know, a drum.
When I came to Family Church, I got a drum.
A what?
A drum, you know.
When I came to Family Church, I got a drum.
A what?
A drum.
Eric, don't forget your yo-yo.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, Mark.
When I first came to Family Church,
Uh-huh.
I got a yo-yo and a drum.
A what?
A yo-yo and a drum.
Should we make it harder? Hey, Rob, when I came to Family Church, I got a pony.
Sure. Great. A what?
You know, a pony.
When I came to Family Church, I got a pony.
A what?
You know, a pony.
When I came to Family Church, I got a pony.
A what?
A pony.
All right, Eric.
Hey, Scott.
Hey, Mark.
When I first came to Family Church,
Uh-huh.
I got a yo-yo,
Uh-huh.
a drum, and a pony.
You don't say. That's not much of a pony you got, Mark. Should we make it harder? Hey, Rob, when I came to Family Church, I got a hula hoop. Oh, you know, Mark. A hula hoop.
When I came to Family Church, I got a hula hoop. You know that?
A what?
A hula hoop.
When I first came to Family Church, I got a hula hoop. What? A hula hoop.
Hey, Scott.
Uh-huh.
When I first came to Family Church,
Let's show him, Mark. Clap loud for these macho men. Let's hear for Rob, Eric, and Mark. Give it up for them. Nicely done, gentlemen. You may have a seat. Oh, my goodness. If that didn't light your fire, your wood is wet. Rob, nicely done. Clap loud for Rob. Eric, excellent job. Mark, you're hired. Oh, my goodness. I had an awesome time with you tonight. If you had a good time, let's say it together. Ready? Wow, Scott, that was amazing. Am I rolling to video? Is that what we're doing? Oh, that's what I thought. Hey, give it up for my friend Tim. He's coming back up to tell us some cool stuff about New Missions.
Put your hands together for Scott Humston, everybody. Come on. Nice and loud.
I was going to tell him, I got egg on my hand. Wow! Ooh, Jiminy Cricket.
Wow.
Sorry. So Tim and I, we travel together. We do this
Yes.
all over, and he's going to talk to you a little bit before our next comedian about New Missions. And I hope you'll just lean in and listen. I had the opportunity this year to go to Dominican Republic. You're going to hear more about that in a little bit. In fact, at my church today, right after church, I'm leading a team to the DR this spring. So we hope that you'll listen and learn how you can get plugged in with New Missions here. Hey, thank you all. God bless you. Thanks for listening.
Awesome.
See you next time.
Put your hands together again. Scott Humston, everybody. Wow. It's amazing. Amazing, amazing. It's great to see all the kids get involved tonight and the parents and the dads. It's awesome. I actually have some breaking news I was sharing with Mark earlier. I just became a grandfather. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so happy that my daughter's finally paying her own bills. You know. And she's moved out of the house. It's a good thing. But she lives close by. She's actually camping out in the tent in the backyard. Oh, no. Just kidding. She actually lives in the neighbor's car next door. That's right, yeah. They lock it, yeah. No, it's going to be a great night tonight. We have Scott Humston we've enjoyed, and now up next we're going to bring out Rick Roberts in just a second as we do the set change, and then I'll come back in a moment and share with you a little bit about New Missions. But our next comedian has a Dry Bar special. You may have seen Rick Roberts on Dry Bar or heard him on XM Sirius Satellite Radio. But please make welcome all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, the one and only Rick Roberts.
Yeah, one more round of applause for Scott, everybody. Wasn't that amazing? I love working with him. He's all kinds of good. Well, I'm excited to be here, y'all. I drove about 3.5 hours to be with y'all here tonight from Winter Haven, so I'm finally glad to pull in the parking lot. Maybe pick up the pace and lower the construction around here a little bit, huh? Now, I live in Nashville, Tennessee. How many folks out there been in Nashville, Tennessee? All right, we got some party people in the room here tonight. Good. Yeah, I moved there about 26 years ago, I guess, when they still made country music. Y'all remember those days? Man, they made some good country music when I was growing up. Then I moved there, and then I didn't understand any of the country music since, you know? They got younger, and I got older is what happened. Sometimes I turn on those awards shows. They got people that are famous that I've never heard of. Has that ever happened to y'all? Last time I flipped it on, they had a guy on there named Jelly Roll. Y'all seen Jelly Roll? Man, he's good, isn't he? He can really sing. I guess he went by pecan log for 5 or 6 years, didn't catch on, but he's on top of it now. My favorite guy is Trace Atkins. You ever listen to Trace Atkins? He's good, and he makes up his own words. That's what I like about him. He's so good at it, you're singing words that don't make no sense at all in his songs. He had a big one, honky tonk, but donkey donk. Y'all know that masterpiece? Oh, that's some Shakespeare right there, ain't it? First time I hear it, I'm listening to that song, none of it makes sense. One time in that song, he says, go slap your grandma. How many of y'all ever slapped your grandma? Anybody out there still have a hand to raise right now? My grandma ripped my arm off and beat me with it and crocheted it back on. Go rub it in some dirt. Here's some Robitussin. See you later. Right? My daughter likes country music. She likes Lainey Wilson. That's all right. She used to listen to Taylor Swift there for a while, which was fine. You know, people pick sides on her, but I think she's fine, isn't she? I'm happy for her. She's going to get married sometime. Isn't that great? Man, if you've listened to her songs, that's not always been on the horizon for her, has it? At one point, we counted up, she had 16 different songs about breaking up with boyfriends. Whew, after 16, the problem could be you, right? Right? Why you got to be so mean? Just shake it off, right? I was thinking that'd be tough if you're a guy on a date with her. The whole time you're probably thinking, what does my name rhyme with, right? Right? But yeah, I like all kinds of music. Grew up on rock and roll. We got any rock and rollers out there tonight? Oh, yeah, here we go. My first concert, I'm not necessarily proud of it, but it was a long time ago, 1977. I was in 3rd grade and went to see Kiss. You remember Kiss? Oh, man. I saw them about a year ago, and whew, they need to make up this time around, don't they? That's a wagon load of ugly on tour right there. Whole concert sponsored by Mary Kay just to help them out. Right? Right? But yeah, I listened to all that stuff growing up on the farm. I did tobacco farming growing up, and that was kind of fun, y'all. I mean, it was hard work, but you worked with all your family, so you got to know your crazy uncles a little bit better. Y'all ever have any crazy uncles in your family? Yeah, mine is my Uncle Chuck, still alive, 91 years old. Tough guy, too. 50% Irish, 50% Italian. So yeah, very pale and pasty white and hairy and angry all at the same time. Looks like a marshmallow's being kicked around on a barbershop floor. Yeah. Some of you ladies think I married one of those guys. Why'd you have to bring it up? Yeah, but he's a good guy. He would always stop by the house and hang out with my parents for a while. Then before he would leave, he'd always find me and go, hey, buddy, hey, here's a $20 bill. Don't tell nobody I gave it to you. Do y'all have relatives like that? Then like an hour later, my mom would be walking through the house. It's like, hey, has somebody been into my purse again? Not me. But I loved my uncle when I was a kid. I was fascinated by him. He had a glass eye. He had a toupee for a while and false teeth. I'm like, that's not an uncle. That's Mr. Potato Head right there. We buy a pipe for Christmas, try to stick in his ear, but it'd fall out all the time, you know. But he was my favorite growing up. My parents are still with us. My dad is 89, y'all. My mom is 87. They're still in the little ranch house they bought in 1962 on the farm. Isn't that amazing? I stopped by to visit them last week. I said, anything new going on around here? And my mom was excited. She said, yep, honey, we just got a home security system. She goes, what do you think about that? I took a look around. I'm like, I don't know. What do you think? Somebody's going to break in and remodel when you're not looking? Like if somebody knocked down my parents' door, they would think they wandered into a 70s museum by accident. They knock down the door and trip over the beanbag chair and hit the couch and slide off the plastic. They'd hit the wall, big orange picture made out of yarn and sticks that come right down on top of them. My dad would be throwing pet rocks. Stay down, stay down. I said, nobody's tried to break in over 60 years. And if they do, just run over to your stereo and hide in the middle compartment between the speakers until they go away. If they don't leave, pop out with an Oak Ridge Boys 8-track tape. Take it. Giddy up, a bop, a mow. That house is protected by Elvira. Yeah, but my parents, I love them because they've always known who they are and they just haven't changed at all. I mean, they don't like any change, you know. It took them until last fall, almost this time last year, right around Thanksgiving, to get a computer and a cell phone. They made it all the way to the late 80s and finally gave in. I said, why do you want one now? They said, well, we can't drive the 3 hours down to see you like we used to. Your daddy's got cataracts and I can't hear. It's like Mr. Magoo driving Miss Daisy. It's a hot mess. She goes, but the neighbor lady showed us on her phone or her computer, she can just Zoom call or FaceTime the grandkids whenever they want. I said, well, that'd be great for all of us. We'll get that for you for Christmas. So we get them hooked up on December 23rd, see them on the 25th. 27th, I'm back home in Nashville. My dad calls me up on the landline. He said, Richard Dale, I'm about to fire you off an email. Keep an eye out for it. I said, I will, but hey, I maybe didn't tell you. You don't have to call people before you fire off an email to them. So I checked my inbox. There's an email, but it's not coming directly from my dad. It's asking me if I want to follow him on Twitter. Ooh. This ain't good for nobody right here. Y'all, I clicked the link in 2 days, Christmas and the 2 days after. Guess how many tweets he put out? Anybody want to take a guess? 164. Yeah, all capital letters, no punctuation, and 0 followers. Like he ain't hurt nobody. He's just tweeting in the breeze. Let it rip. But I was a little concerned. 164, like either he's angry or he's crazy or he fell asleep on the space bar, you know? So I start trickling down through all them tweets trying to figure out what he's all excited about, and it don't make no sense at all. Then I realize it's not 164 tweets. It's one tweet broken into 164 pieces. It's a whole big story, and I'm reading it from the end back down to where it started 2 days ago. Yeah, it gets even worse. It's a big old story about birds because my dad thought Twitter was a bird-watching, updating website. That's my gene pool. I'm lucky I found this place. If you're on Twitter, you can look him up. He's at Nuthatcher, 401-261853, which is also his Social Security number. So, go get you a credit card. But yeah, I love my parents. You know, it's funny, like they waited that long to get on technology. It seems like my kids have always had technology. Isn't it the way it is now? Like I got 2 kids. I got a 20-year-old son, got a 13-year-old daughter, and recently my wife has started talking about adoption. I'm like, maybe slow down a little bit. I don't think anybody's going to take these kids off her hands at this point. Yeah. But no, they're good kids. My 13-year-old daughter, anybody got a daughter out there? Anybody raising a daughter? It's tricky, you know, like, and you know, I'm aware, like I'm a guy, I don't want to tell my daughter to keep all of her feelings bottled up inside of her, but man, if she just would, it would help us all out a lot. Like everything is drama, you know. And the big thing right now in her house, she's 13, she's experimenting with the perfume. You ever been through that? Oh, it smells like Sephora and Avon are having chemical warfare upstairs. She puts on, you're supposed to put on a spritz. She puts on a full-on blitz. That's like 6 sprays of 2 different ones and rubs them together trying to make a new one, you know. The other day she came down the stairs, she's like, can you tell what I call this one? I'm like, cotton candy dumpster fire? Whew. My eyes are burning. But I just let her put on as much as she wants. That way it keeps the boys further and further away, right? Yeah. She got boy repellent on is what she got. And she's a sweet girl, but sometimes she says stuff and I don't think she thinks about what she's saying, or maybe she does and I'm too slow to catch on. The other day she says, I'm supposed to use this word non-essential in my homework. What does it mean? I never thought about it. I said, it's something that's nice to have, but you don't have to have it. She goes, oh, I get it. Kind of like your hair. And walks out of the room. I'm like, oh, kind of like your college fund. I can go buy some hair with your money and you'll be looking for a job. But no, she's a good one. My son's 20, and, if you have 2 kids, they're completely different, aren't they? If you have a third one, somehow they figure out a different way to be in that mix. And if you have 4, I'm praying for you. I don't know how you handle it. But yeah, my son, real laid-back fella, never been on a date. He's in his sophomore year of college. And before he left, my wife said, you need to sit him down and give him the girl talk. I'm like, I never got the girl. I just be making it up. I don't even know what it is. She goes, you need to say something to him. So I sat him on the couch and said, hey, buddy, got to give you the girl talk. He's like, Dad. I'm like, listen, you know how your mama is, right? He's like, yeah. I said, you know how your little sister is, right? He's like, yeah. I said, if you want to get mixed up with people like that, it's your own fault. See you at Christmas. Here's $20. Y'all were real concerned about what I was going to say on that joke. No, he's a good kid. Really, the only problem I had with him is when he turned 16, he didn't want to learn how to drive. Did y'all know teenagers like this? Yeah, he was afraid he's going to have a head-on collision with a job or an occupation or something, I told him, I said, you got to get a driver's license when you're 16 so you can get a summer job. He said, where am I going to work at? I said, lucky for you, everybody needs help right now. Have y'all noticed that? They may not be hiring, but they need help everywhere, don't they? I said, I guarantee you could go to McDonald's today and sign up, and I bet you could start tonight. He said, yeah, but I can't work at McDonald's. I said, why not? He said, because of the Bible. I'm like, the Bible says you can't work at McDonald's? He says, the Bible clearly says do not work for the food that spoils, but instead work for the food that nourishes eternally. I said, that is what the Bible says, but I've seen some documentaries on the McDonald's food, and it does not spoil. So get on down there. Get you a Mick job and a Mick paycheck. Yeah, I was still driving him to birthday parties when he was 17 years old. Isn't that embarrassing? He had me take him and 6 of his friends to Top Golf. You ever been to one of them places? Hey, whoever came up with this is a genius idea. You just find an old hotel that's run down and knock off the back half of it. Right? Then you stand in the room and fire off golf balls. That's all it is. But they put a new one in Nashville. He said, will you take me and 6 of my buddies down there? I said, yes. Before you know it, I got 7 teenage boys all crammed into my car, middle of August. Woo! First off, crack a window. Okay, fellas? Let's get some D.O. for the B.O. in the back seat. Secondly, I never heard so many voices cracking in my entire life. It sounded like I was hauling donkeys down interstate. They're like, is that a honky tonk? It's like I was driving a puberty Uber or something. Yeah. But he's a good kid. I like both my kids a lot. I give my wife all the credit for raising them when I'm not around. Been married for 22 years, so going pretty good. Anybody out there been married longer than 22? How about 30? Anybody been married for 30 years? 35, 40, 45, 50? Anybody been married for 50 years? How long for you? 50 on the nose. Anybody out there beat 50 years of being married? Nobody? They're probably home asleep already. No, somebody over here. Oh, there you are. How long for you two? 62 years of being married. Give them a big round of applause right there. That's strong. 62 years. You know what I've realized is they leave a lot of stuff out of them wedding vows, don't they? 62 years, you probably come across a few things they should have mentioned, right? How about this? In about 10 years, that's going to be a whole different person you're married to. Are you liking that idea? Like after 22 years, I've learned that my wife is now saying things that only make sense to her and nobody else. I'm supposed to try to figure it out. Back in February, she said this, little Jim. She says, honey, I said, yes, ma'am. She goes, I want you to communicate more, but I'm tired of hearing you talk. I'm like, sounds like I got to cancel my plans for tonight. I'm like, what does that mean? She goes, sometimes we'll sit down and we'll talk for a whole hour, but we get up, we haven't said anything new at all. I'm like, that's how we're still married. It's the stuff you don't say out loud that keeps you together, right? She goes, I guess you want me to be able to read your mind. I'm like, no, I don't. You'd have slashed my tires yesterday. First off, ladies, never ask us what we're thinking. Don't ever ask, because we're not thinking nothing. Right? We try to keep it as empty as like an old Amazon warehouse up there. We don't want nothing moving around. You ask us that question, now we got to think of something to put in there. You know, she said, "What are you thinking right now?" I said, "I don't know." I remember this because she talked me into watching a Hallmark movie. You ever had to watch a Hallmark movie with your lady? Oh, my God. If you've never seen one, I don't want to spoil how it turns out at the end or nothing like that. But you may have seen this one. There's a holiday special, Valentine's Hallmark movie. Lady named Carol, about 38 years old, single. She's okay with it, but out of the blue, she gets a text from this boy she knew in high school. She kind of favored him a little bit, but he had moved to Edmonton, Alberta, Canada to study hypothermia prevention. She lost track of this fella. But somehow he tracked her down and got her phone number, said, "Hey, I'm coming back to town to visit my mama for Valentine's Day. If you're not busy, can we have a cup of coffee?" Man, she's excited. She says, "Yes, here's my address," and immediately starts knitting him a sweater out of cat hair she got laying around her apartment. You know, she got 99 cats running loose and no man, and she can't figure out why. So she knitting him that sweater, and he's coming to town, and all of a sudden he lands at the airport, and he hops in a rental car and starts heading that way, and y'all know what happens next. It happens in every one. Snowstorm comes out of nowhere. I mean, it could have been in Miami. There had been a snowstorm in the Hallmark movie. He's driving in that snow, and his Malibu from the rental car facility is sliding all over, and he gets to the bridge about a mile from her house. He calls her up and says, "I don't think I can make it. I might slide into a ditch." Well, lucky for him, she runs a tow truck company on the side. Yeah. Y'all seen this one? Yeah, she's good at it too. She said, "I'll meet you at that bridge and I'll drag you across if I have to." So she pulls up on one side, he pulls up on the other, and he starts creeping that car across that old rickety bridge, and it starts bouncing up and down, the wind's howling, and before you know it, the bottom gives out, and he gets swept away in the river and freezes to death. Like, that's the saddest movie I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's kind of ironic because he did study hypothermia prevention up there in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Yeah. Now, I don't know if it ended that way. I fell asleep during the opening credits, but sometimes you got to fill in the blanks a little bit. But we were watching that, and my wife is like, "What are you thinking right now?" And I'm like, "I don't know." I said, "I'm realizing that Valentine's Day is like 2 weeks away now, and I got to be honest, I don't know how you guys do it after being married 60 years, 50 years. I told my wife, I'm out of ideas after 22 years of stuff to surprise you with. I mean, I don't know what you want, but maybe I'm going to communicate to you that I have no idea what it is, and you should communicate back what it is. Right? Then I'll just go get it, and we'll all be square." And my wife is real empathetic. She hears the words in between the words. She goes, "What I'm hearing is that you get a little anxiety around this. So this year, instead of exchanging ideas for Valentine's Day, we're going to exchange ideas about what we can do around the house better." I'm like, "What?" She goes, "I'm going to write down a couple of things you're not doing right around the house, and you write down a couple about me." I'm like, "Stop right there." That's like a trap door on an escalator is what that is. I said, "We're going to tell each other stuff that's not going right around the house, and that's a nice Valentine's Day?" She goes, "Well, if we fix those 6 or 7 things." I'm like, "She's got a list started already." I didn't know I was playing the game, and I'm down 6-0. But I figured it must be easy, so I was going to try to get 12 or 18 on her and win this thing outright. You know, no overtimes or nothing. But then I realized if I even play this game, I'm going to lose. Right, ladies? Yeah, so what I figured is when she tells me what I'm not doing right, I'm going to tell her stuff that she does great and try to flip it around a little bit. So we go out to Valentine's Day dinner. We're waiting on the food. It seems like it takes forever on Valentine's Day. About an hour goes by. I said, "Just tell me what I'm not doing right." She goes, "Well, here's the big thing. If I ask you to fix something around the house, could you do it the same year I ask you to do it?" I said, "I'm good at that stuff." She goes, "Honey, I'll ask you to change a light bulb that burns out. You wait till every light bulb burns out. Then you change them all at once." I'm like, "That's why they put the extra ones up there, but all right." Yeah, I did not say that out loud. I said, "I'll try harder." She goes, "What about me?" I said, "You know what? You're not doing nothing wrong. One thing I kind of missed before we had our kids a long time ago, sometimes I wake up in the morning and you make me this big old surprise breakfast like I had growing up on the farm." I said, "Oh, it was good. But I know it takes a long time and I don't expect it, but boy, it was good." And I looked back across the table and she had started tearing up and crying right there at the Hardee's. And, I mean, you try to go somewhere nice, you know, and but she was tearing up. I said, "I didn't mean to make you cry. It's a compliment." She goes, "The reason I'm crying is you never used to give me a compliment when I made that breakfast. That's why I quit making it for you." Oh, then I started tearing up and crying. thinking about 20 years of Fruity Pebbles and Pop-Tarts I've been shoveling down with soy milk. You ever have that mess? That's like whiteout and water all squished together in a cup. It's nasty. I said, well, you don't have to make me breakfast again. I just thought I'd mention something nice. She goes, all right, well, I'm glad you told me. But fellas, here's what I learned. Here's why you communicate. The very next morning I wake up, I smell maple syrup, pancakes, don't know what else. I run downstairs, and my sweet wife had bought a candle somewhere that smells exactly. Oh, yeah. It's funny now, ain't it? You ever been hungry and mad at 6 a.m.? I hit the bottom step, I'm salivating, waiting for them pancakes. It's total darkness, and then I see a candle, and then my wife's face is kind of glowing. I'm like, what's going on down here? It's like, oh, I had to use that. The last light bulb just burned out. I'm like, oh. Got me twice. But no, 22 years for us gone by pretty fast. You know, I got to work at a marriage conference at a church a few weeks ago. My wife got to come along. So I just told the whole audience the truth. I said, you know, I've been married 22 years now, and I really don't know how, but each year she looks younger and prettier than the one before. And if I could do it all over again, I just wish I had started this whole thing sooner, you know. And that's what I thought. I told everybody. You ever have something else come out of your mouth and not realize it? It happens to everybody. You know what I told this marriage conference? I said, y'all, guess what? I've been married 22 times. Yeah, and I don't know how, but each year she looks younger and prettier than the one before. I wish I got on this whole program a little bit. Yeah, I slept on the couch for 22 nights. There. No, but my wife's got my back and I've got hers back. That's what I like. Right now we're working on a new neighbor, trying to break them in. You ever get a new neighbor? They don't know how to be your neighbor? Oh. We got rules in our neighborhood, not a lot of rules, but we got some simple ones, and he's broke every one in the first week. 2 days after he moves in, he puts in a chicken coop in the backyard. Puts about 5 hens back there. Then he gets a couple roosters. Now he's got too many eggs, and he can't get rid of them. Like zucchini in July. He's just trying to give them to everybody. And he got no fences. The chickens are running all over the place, driving people crazy. The other day, he knocks on my door. He's like, hey, neighbor. Opened up. He's got a whole big old basket of them backyard eggs. And he's like, hey, you want some backyard eggs? And I never really seen them up close before. You ever seen backyard eggs up close? They're not all white and shiny like the ones you get at the grocery. They're like pink and green and purple, and they got a beak sticking out one side and a feather out the back, you know. It's like, you don't have to refrigerate these things, but I think you probably should. You might want to look into it. I said, man, I appreciate your generosity, but I'm good. I get mine at the old grocery store. He's like, yeah, but these eggs got stuff in them you can't get from store-bought eggs. I'm like, yeah, they call that salmonella. I said, once again, I appreciate it, but no thanks. He's like, well, you're just jealous because I can have eggs whenever I want. Cluck, cluck, cluck. I mean, I didn't know what to, I looked back at him like, hey, just so you know, I've got a rifle. I can have fried chicken whenever I want. So, click, 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 you know. But, no, he's an all right guy all around, you know. We agree on some things we don't, just like any neighbor, you know. We were talking about TV shows recently, and I said, man, I don't even get to watch TV. I'm usually in the car driving somewhere and cranking up the music. You ever get a speeding ticket because you got a song on the radio that's really good, going faster than you ought to? Anybody ever get 2 speeding tickets in one day? Anybody ever suffer? Oh, man, I had that happen. First one was in Fairfax, Virginia. The second was Prescott, Arizona. I mean, I was moving pretty good. I'm surprised he caught up. Now, some places you want to slow down and take in the scenery. It's pretty around here. I don't get to see Spanish moss and palm trees. It's different. I like to look at it. Some places you go, just pedal to the metal. Drive at night, you know. You ever have to drive across Kansas? Anybody ever drive all the way across Kansas? I mean, I knew it was going to be flat. I didn't know you had to bring your own people. I had no idea. That tornado from the Wizard of Oz took everybody. I'm driving across. Nobody told me the highway patrol has to be extra sneaky because they don't have anything to hide behind. Right? They can't drive a patrol car because you could see on the horizon like 6 or 7 hours away that they're up there. So I'm driving, and a guy goes flying by me in a Trans Am. I'm like, all right, this guy probably has a radar detector. I'll get right behind him. Yeah, he had a radar, and I did not detect it, apparently. Yeah, you ever try to catch up to somebody like that? I didn't know what I was doing. So I tried to catch up to him, and then he started slowing down. I'm like, all right, he must have a speed zone alert or something, so I'll slow down too. Then he speeds back up. I'm like, game on, buddy, let's get it. Then he started swerving, and now I'm like, I can't pass the guy. I don't know what to do. I start thinking he's either falling asleep or having a heart attack. I got to get his attention and see if he's okay. Yeah, you ever been so stupid you pulled the cops over? Anybody else? That's some paperwork right there. I don't know how to pull anybody over. I just roll down my window and stick my head out. I'm like, boo, boo. Must have swallowed 13 skeeters before he pulls over. And I mean, it took me a while to even catch up with that guy. I had at the time a 3-cylinder Isuzu pickup truck. So he pulls over. I wait for him to get out, and he doesn't get out. Now I'm thinking it must be a medical thing. I jump out of my truck, run up to his window. I just start pounding on his window. Meanwhile, he's been loading his revolver on the other side. Then he cracks the window, and I see he's a highway patrolman, and whew, I got no game plan at all. But I start thinking I should arrest him for reckless driving before he gets me for speeding, right? But I don't know how to arrest nobody. All I know is so much in the old Andy Griffith Show. You ever watch the old Andy Griffith Show? I'm like, what would Barney do? I just walk up there, I'm like, hey! Would you mind rolling down the window? Yeah, roll her down. You want to get out of the vehicle there, buddy? Well, you're a big one, too, aren't you? Look at you. Want to know why I pulled you over? Because I'm an idiot. I thought I was going to prison right there. He's like, you're so weird, I'll drop you off wherever you want to go. No, I'm in that car. Before I know it, he locks me in that little Trans Am squad car thing and gets on his shoulder radio calling for backup. He's like, wow, 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 wow. 5 minutes later, 6 more po-po show up. Like, I hadn't seen 6 people all week in Kansas. Now there's a party going on. He's talking to them, and he's getting riled up, and he gets back in and slams the door, and he's mad. He's like, first off, the fellas want me to find out who pulled over who. I said, man, I apologize if they're giving you the business, but the way you were swerving, I thought you'd fallen asleep or something. He said, I was swerving to get behind you to pull you over for speeding, but you wouldn't let me. I said, well, I didn't know who you were. You're not marked at all. You didn't turn on your lights or sirens, did you? He goes, well, you got me on that. They're not working right now. They went out on me yesterday. I'm like, well, I'll let you go if you let me go. Yeah. He did not let me go. All right, I'm going to play just a couple quick things here on the guitar before we turn you guys loose for the night. You guys doing all right out there so far? All right, good deal. All right, let's see. Before I get going, anybody remember your first concert you ever went to? Make some noise if you remember your first one you ever went to. All right, and if it was a pretty good one, yell out who it was. Who was your first concert band? Alan Jackson, that's one of my favorites. Who did you say, ma'am? Barry Manilow. My mom, he writes the songs that make the whole world sing, don't he? And he wrote half the jingles for Coca-Cola and all kinds of stuff, too. Very talented. Who else did y'all see? The who? Bulimia. I'm not going to make a joke, but yeah. Celine Dion. Oh, yeah, very good. You saw Kansas? Dust in the Wind, Kansas? Man, what year was that? 1895. 1980, that's pretty good. Anybody else want to throw one out? Larry Norman? Does he live around here somewhere? I'm not familiar with Larry Norman. Sounds like a coach of the Oklahoma Sooners or something, Larry Norman. I told you my first concert was Kiss. How about this one? This will ring a bell for some of y'all. Who is your prom theme in your high school? Y'all remember any of your prom theme songs? We always did songs. Who was it? Forever Young. That's a good one. You know what ours was? Poison, Every Rose Has a Thorn. Kind of the other side of the coin right there. Yeah, this summer I was driving around and I heard a commercial. It said, Poison, back on the road this summer. Same songs, same energy, just a different decade. I'm like, well, not the same energy. There's no way, right? They probably try. They probably come out all fired up at the beginning, like. Probably change their name to Defibrillator halfway through. But think about all these people that are still on tour. My mom's a big Rod Stewart fan. He's on tour in his 80s. Isn't that amazing? I mean, it's probably a little different. Like when he says, wake up, Maggie, I got something to say to you, he probably don't remember what it is, you know. When he says, tonight's the night, it could be the night, so you never know. Yeah, I grew up on a little bit of Southern rock. Any Southern rock fans out there? All right, here's one for y'all. That's all I know of that song right there. Kind of gets you fired up for a second, don't it? How many times in your life do you think you've heard Sweet Home Alabama? Thousands of times, right? It's free advertising for Alabama. And it probably works because it's a cool song. Not every state gets that lucky with their song, you know. I did a show in West Virginia. I'm like, y'all got a song like that? They're like, yeah, we do. But let's see, who got out of high school in the 1990s? Anybody get out of high school in the 1990s? A few of you out there, yeah. 90s, it switched from heavy metal hair bands to grungy music, grunge, right? And some of those guys are still on tour right now. Pearl Jam had a bunch of hits. They're on the road. This is my favorite Pearl Jam song right here. What is that guy trying to say? Sounds like Bob Dylan getting the Heimlich maneuver. Like choking on a wishbone or something. Nah. What about country music? Any country music fans out there? A few of you. I love country music, you know. I was talking to my chicken next door neighbor guy the other day, and we're talking about music, and he likes the stuff where they just scream into the microphone, and I can't listen to any of it. But he said, what do you listen to? I'm like, I like country music if I'm trying to relax a little bit. He goes, man, I can't tell a good country song from a bad one. Isn't that sad? Like, there's a lot of great country songs. I said, it's pretty easy. I've learned one thing after living in Nashville for so long. Every great country song ever written will have one of these things. You ever hear that? I don't even know if they know when it's going to happen. Like, sneaks up on them. But I did some research on that on the internet and found out Johnny Cash was the first guy to come up with it. You remember those old Johnny Cash songs? Yeah. It's not an easy thing to do on the guitar. Like, it's not natural. I'm convinced he was just in the studio one day and his finger slipped off the string and they caught it, so he had to keep on doing it, you know? He's probably just hanging out going, man, these songs are coming right along. I believe I need a... Oh. Could have had a jalapeno popper, no burn ring of fire. And it burns, burns, burns. But the thing I like about country music, probably more than anything else, it's just an observation, but they seem to get along with each other more or less, don't they? They like to sing on each other's songs and get on each other's shows and stuff like that. So to wrap up my part of the evening with y'all tonight, I need to get a guy up here that would like to help me back up sing on this very last song. Very easy to do. It's just 5 words you got to say 4 times. Anybody want to help out that hasn't been up here yet? Actually, Mark, do you want to come up, Mark? All right, we got another. Hey, coming back up. 2nd time, 3rd time on stage tonight. Working hard. Is that microphone working? Come over here on this side just so it can be a little easier. Mark, you were telling me that you used to do a little singing, huh? A little bit. All right, so I'll make a little extra room in the middle then. Come on over here, right dead center. And all right, so this song's all about being proud to be a manly man. Proud to be a manly man?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. You don't know this, but he grows that beard every day from scratch, starts in the morning, puts on weed killer for an aftershave. He can't stop it from happening. So whenever I say, I'm just a guy, you say, guy, I'm just a guy. Okay?
Guy, I'm just a guy.
Just like that. And I'm not sure what key or whatever it's in. If I knew that, I'd be doing music instead of comedy, but you'll figure it out before I will. But it'll go somewhere in here. I'm just a guy.
Guy, I'm just a guy.
Oh my goodness, he's even got the in there. That's good. That is really good. Let's do that again. I'm just a guy.
Guy, I'm just a guy.
Oh man, this is sharp, man. All right, keep that in your head for a second, all right? Okay. Now, he's doing his part. I think y'all can help us out too. So at the very end of the song, I'll say 3, 2, 1, drums. I want y'all to stomp your feet, do some drumming on the seat backs there a little bit. If you happen to have a new knee or a new hip, just wail on it, make a popping sound. Just mix it up a little bit. And when you hear the drumming, all right, you'll be done singing. But when they start drumming, y'all drum as fast as you can. I'm gonna try to keep up with you on the guitar. and that's when you give us a little air guitar solo on the side. All right, so I know it's a lot of moving parts, but I'll remind everybody about their part when it shows up. We're going to practice singing one last time.
Okay.
If he nails it, I want every lady out there to scream and holler like it's in a 10-hour Luke Norman concert or whoever you said over there. What was the guy's name? Norman?
Larry Norman.
Larry Norman. All right, so pretend Larry. Here we go. I'm just a guy.
Guy, I'm just a guy.
Well, I don't like 5-hour phone calls or spending all day at the shopping mall. I'd rather get mad and punch a hole in the wall. I'm a guy.
Guy, just a guy.
And I never say I love you all that much. When we dine out, it better be Dutch. I can't mend a broken heart, but I can fix your clutch. I'm a guy.
Guy, just a guy.
Yeah. I'm just a guy, what can I say? I remembered bowling night, but I forgot your birthday. I'm a guy.
Guy, I'm just a guy.
I left the toilet seat up and you slipped in. I took a picture and showed all your friends. Ain't it funny how fast relationships can end? I'm a guy.
Guy, I'm just a guy.
I'm just a guy.
Guy, I'm just a guy.
I'm gonna count down from 3. When I hit 0, big old drum solo out there and some air guitar, all right? 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, give it up for Mark, everybody. That's how you do it. Oh my goodness, that's right. We even broke a string on that one. That's how you do it. Y'all, man, first off, thank you for making some time to come in here with us tonight to have a little fun. We could not get the laughs out of you if you weren't here, and that's what we love to do with our gifts that God gave us, is to kind of have some fun with it, but also to draw attention to very important and meaningful things. And there's a lot of great work being done by New Missions who kind of put this show together for us tonight. So if you won't mind taking a look at the screen here for a second to learn a little bit more about what they're doing, that'd be great. So again, thank you all very much. God bless you. Thanks for coming in.
Greetings from Bombita, Dominican Republic. I'm Tim DeTellis here at New Missions, where on Saturday we're hosting a Bible club. These students are coming from our school, but also children from the community that are learning to memorize Scripture. And we believe that together we can train up a child in the Scripture and the Bible knowledge that will change their lives forever. And what's beautiful about this experience is that they take God's Word into their heart, but also carry it back to their home. And we believe through New Missions, we're helping families flourish through our churches and schools. And since I've been here in the Dominican Republic, I've witnessed people visiting here to serve through New Missions and also meet their sponsored children. It was wonderful to see Roberto and his wife Emily come and meet their sponsored child here at New Missions in the Dominican Republic. When we witness children being sponsored, we not only see the gift of education, but we see the discipleship process of the gospel being brought into their lives. So thank you for standing firm with us as we continue to preach the gospel across the entire island of Hispaniola, both in Haiti and in the Dominican Republic. Would you all put your hands together again for Rick Roberts and Scott Humston? Wow, what a great night. And so thankful for Pastor Mark opening up the doors for us tonight to have this free event. And I just want to take a moment and just say a little bit of a greeting on behalf of New Missions. So I went back to the Dominican Republic. I was just there 3 weeks ago, but I was there a year ago in that video because I went there to celebrate our 25th anniversary because my father and mother moved there when my father was 64. Anyone over 50? Don't raise your hand. Anyone over 50? Okay. So I went there because I really needed to go on an apology tour and say I'm sorry. Because my father had served in Haiti as a missionary, moved our family to Haiti when I was 11 years old where we planted churches and schools and now have 30 churches and schools in Haiti. But when he was 64 and diagnosed with a terminal cancer, I thought he should have gone out and bought a rocking chair. But instead, at 64, he went to the Dominican Republic to start over. And now in the Dominican Republic, we have 5 churches and schools on 5 campuses, educating children there to the glory of God. And my father passed away 17 years ago, but the mission continues because we have now raised up local nationals. 100% of our pastors and teachers and nurses are all Haitians and Dominicans that serve through New Missions in Haiti and the Dominican Republic. As a matter of fact, the very first church that we started in Haiti in 1983 is pastored by a graduate of ours from the class of 2005. Isn't that awesome? Yeah. And when I lived in Haiti, I had an interesting job as a missionary kid, since we have some kids here tonight. Anyone here ever had a job you didn't get paid for? You know? So they gave me a backpack, and my job was to go buy Coca-Cola for the missionaries. And I had to walk 1 mile, one way, to the closest village that sold Coca-Cola. And that village was named Bire. Go repeat after me, Bire. Okay, one more time, Bire. So I got to Bire, Haiti, in this little village. They had no electricity. They had no running water. They had no church, no school. But they had a guy that had a broken refrigerator upside down on cement blocks. And inside that broken refrigerator were large blocks of ice and Coca-Cola bottles. And I had in my backpack empty Coca-Cola bottles. So this is back in the day when you had to give them an empty and then pay for the full bottle of Coca-Cola. So I would do that exchange. I'd buy the full bottles of Coca-Cola, and then I would walk 1 mile back to the mission with the Coke bottles clinging in my backpack, and I was like the Pied Piper. All the kids from the village were starting to follow me. And when I got back to the mission camp, all the missionaries were happy, and I discovered I was the original DoorDasher. That's what that was. But I didn't understand, how could a village so poor in the middle of nowhere have Coca-Cola? And then I met a neighbor, and he worked for Coca-Cola. His name was Mark. As a matter of fact, today's Mark's birthday. Not this Mark, but my neighbor Mark. He since retired from Coca-Cola, and he was responsible for building the Coca-Cola plant in Apopka, Florida. He had traveled the world building plants for them. And so I went to Mark. I said, I've been wondering the answer to this question. How did Bire, Haiti have Coca-Cola, but no church, no school, no well? He said it was the mission of Coca-Cola that every person on the planet would taste Coca-Cola. Would y'all help me out tonight? Show of hands. Anyone here in the room ever tasted a Coca-Cola product? Diet Coke, Fanta? Come on, keep the hands up. Come on, be brave, be brave. Keep them up. Look around for a minute. Look around. I think Coca-Cola's done pretty good at their mission. But for God so loved the world, he sent his one and only son. And what I love about family churches, you're opening up the door to your community to say, hey, you're welcome here, welcome home. And most importantly, your mission field is right where you are. Your neighbor, your workplace, your school. God is going to use you to go and bring the love of Jesus to the people in proximity to you. Because for God so loved the world, he sends us. He sends you, and he sends you. So tonight's not just about laughter and comedy. It's really about you and me living life on mission. And just you showing up tonight is a gift to New Missions. Thank you for being here. And we do have some students in the foyer on the table there that don't yet have a sponsor. If you want to make missions even more personal, you can meet one of our students by photograph, and you can sponsor one of our students. And we made it very easy for anyone to sponsor a kid. You can actually sponsor a student with New Missions for any amount. So you can actually meet a student. We have some children here by photograph from the Dominican Republic. So maybe you'll meet a student the same age as your kid or grandchild. You can write letters back and forth. Scott Humston mentioned how they're going on a mission trip to the Dominican Republic. And so you can meet a student to sponsor. All you have to do is just fill out this envelope with your contact information. Super easy, take about a minute. Leave us your contact information. On that blank envelope, just write whatever pledge amount. You may pledge $10 a month or $20 or $30 or whatever amount works for you. You don't have to give anything tonight. Just leave that envelope at the table. And then I want to send you home with a thank you gift tonight. It's a journal for the book of Ecclesiastes. That's my thank you gift for you tonight. And then I also brought some students from Haiti that are our hard-to-sponsor students. These are our teenagers that at one point had a supporter and they had a sponsor, but as a teenager, for some reason, they had to stop. But we're not going to quit on those teenage kids. They may only have a year or 2 or 3 left in our high school. So if you want to sponsor one of the hard-to-sponsor kids, some of the teenagers. And Mark has been there, actually. I have some good news. We went back to the village of Bire, Haiti. And we actually planted a church there, started a school, drilled a well, opened up a medical clinic. And I brought with me some students from our school there in Bire, Haiti, that one day didn't have a church or a school. And I believe tonight, if we would all just ask the question, where does God want to use me? And it may not be that far. It may just be a doorbell away. It may be a cubicle away. It may be a phone call to a family member you haven't talked to in a while. And I brought some gifts as well for the kids. These are bracelets that say, Jesus loves me, this I know. You know, for the Bible told me so, or for the neighbor showed me so. So I want to welcome back to the stage Pastor Ray to close us out tonight. But thank you for being here tonight. Thanks for laughing with us. Thanks for helping us to change the lives of the students of New Missions. And God bless you.
I know you've had some fun. You want to check out some of the materials that are there in the lobby. If you would like to give to New Missions tonight and you would like to write a check, you can use one of the envelopes there in the pew and just mark it with New Missions and leave it in the offering plates that are there at the exits. If you would like to give digitally, you can go on newmissions.org. It's really simple. The first screen that comes up says donate for a scholarship for their school. They're also active in helping in any time there is hurricane damage or things like that in Haiti. All of their schools that they support, they're able to go in and meet those needs. And I know that we came with an interest of maybe helping in that way, and that's something that they're actively involved in. If you wanted to give directly to do disaster relief in the Bahamas, then you can put that in the envelope as well, and just mark it Bahamas Disaster Relief, and we'll get that to the relief programs that we work with there in the Bahamas. But they are focused on the Dominican Republic and on Haiti and what God is doing through their missions. And I hope you've enjoyed them. Are you glad you came? Good. Stop by, get some information. And right now, I just want to thank God for a wonderful night of just lighthearted fun. Let's pray together. Father, we praise you and we thank you for how you work in our lives. We thank you for New Missions. We thank you, Lord, for Tim to tell us his 40-year journey of just answering the call as a missionary kid. And I thank you, God, for good friendships and, Lord, lots of great stories. God, thank you for our family. As we came together tonight, I pray that we enjoyed being together, sharing some laughter, and just being able to be reminded that, God, you are the reason for our joy. And we thank you, Lord, for that. Help us share that joy and continue to support efforts like this in Haiti and Dominican Republic. We love you, God, and thank you for this night. Thank you for your blessing in Jesus' name. Amen. God bless you guys. You're dismissed.